science instructional facilitator with Broward County Public Schools. So we support K through 12 STEM, mostly teachers, but we do professional development and workshop for teachers. We go out to classrooms, we run competitions, write grants, do PLCs with teachers, all sorts of things like that.
Is there a favorite age group that you have?
Well, my specialty is elementary because prior to this position, I taught elementary school.
Okay.
And that's what my degree is in.
What type of robots do you like to use in the elementary school? Do you have favorites? Or?
I do. Dash is one of my favorites. He's sturdy.
Yes.
He or she is sturdy.
That's important.
And it's block coding that the kids are familiar with, and it looks very similar to what they do on code.org. So code.org is kind of that foundation that we use for a lot of the robotics, and then we move to the robot. It's an easy transition. So I like Dash. We just started working with Vex 123s.
We have those here too.
Yeah, the little puck robots. Those are great because they have the 3 different ways to code. The push button coding, the coding tiles, and then they have the Vex code on the computer. So we've been doing work with CS, Computer Science Inclusion, so it's important for us to find robots that have that are accessible to all of our students and have different ways to code. So I just got introduced to the Bebot, which I really like because it's just really easy push button coding. And that's great for our younger students, but also our older students, depending on where they're at. And even just there, it's accessible. You can actually press the button. It's not too difficult. What else do I like?
We use code.org in some of our pre-service education classes.
I am a code.org trainer for the Computer Science Fundamentals curriculum. So code.org has curriculum for K-5, and it's beyond the hour of code. It's basically 20 hours worth of curriculum that you can assign the students, track their progress, and it's really a great foundation. They have unplugged lessons that you can help to reinforce the computer science concepts, and code.org to me is always just the foundation because that's teaching the concepts. The students can kind of work at their pace. It's a controlled environment. It's not too overwhelming with too many blocks or too many options. So once they feel comfortable there and they can take it to something like Dash, Bebot, Vex 123. We just got the Sphero Indies. I want to try that out.
We have Spiros here too. We have the original one that's like the size of a golf ball.
Yeah, so there's the Sphero Minis, the Sphero Bolts. There's a new Sphero Rover, and then that's for the older kids. But the Sphero, I'm interested to try out the Sphero Indie because they have these color cards, and the robot has a color sensor, and each color card has a different action. So maybe a red color means stop, and a green color means go. And you can even change the actions that each color has.
So you think maybe it's even simpler than block coding?
Definitely, yeah,
Okay.
because it's just a matter of setting down cards. But I like having a lot of different options, like just pressing arrows or using the coding tiles. I like having pre-reader options. So code.org has the pre-reader courses for kindergarten and first.
Right.
So they're coding with arrows versus words. Instead of move north or move south, they have an arrow. So they don't have to read to do it. And that's nice for not just our elementary students, but any of our students who might have a language barrier or not reading or different reasons.
Right. So it's more inclusive for different people to use it or different kids to use it. So what advice would you have for an elementary school teacher who isn't specializing in robotics as far as maybe getting started with it?
Who is specializing?
Who isn't specializing? Just a regular old elementary school teacher.
I would say start with a code.org training.
Okay.
That's step one, because that's going to introduce you to the main computer science concepts you want to teach your kids, great unplugged lessons to get them started, and that's sort of the foundation. And then from there you can introduce, depending on the grade level, Scratch Junior or Scratch. You might want a little bit of training for that, but you could also just kind of play around and learn on your own. That's the great thing about computer science too. And then just sort of, I mean, we offer a ton of trainings, but I'd start with code.org and then go from there. Like we have Boot Up curriculum, which is free, that uses Scratch and Scratch Junior. So just kind of taking a training here and there to build your knowledge.
Yeah.
And then you're going to want to build your library
Right.
of robots. So writing little grants along the way.
Yeah, that sounds wonderful. Well, thank you for coming, and maybe go play with some of the robots now.
All right. Thank you.